Heyo, back again with another tour. This time, we are going with the newest city in Star Citizen currently, and that is New Babbage on MicroTech. We're going to go ahead, drop in, check out the sites, show you where everything's at, and then we'll get a good layout look at New Babbage. Let's go. So here we are starting out in the Nest Apartments located at the Aspire Grand. So if you see images and pictures of New Babbage, you will notice a giant tower that has a hole in the middle of it, and that is the Aspire Grand, which is where the Nest Apartments are located. So unlike both Area 18 and Lorville, the big thing with New Babbage is it's a very aesthetically pleasing location. One of the big thought processes that went into New Babbage is the view MicroTech takes on their workers. The big thing with them is that they have that philosophy of a happy worker is a good worker. So all the design kind of goes towards that in New Babbage. It is a very straightforward location, unlike the other two. So everything is very simple and quick to access. And on top of that, there's a lot of just extra space. Very nice sitting areas. Some very much fitness centered capabilities in it too, which you'll definitely see once we get into the domes, which is going to be the first place we go to. So this right location will take you into the Commons, which is inside the domes of New Babbage. And if you go on the other side, it'll actually take you to the Spaceport. So we're going to start by going into the domes. So if you fly over New Babbage, you can see the double tram glitch there. But if you fly over New Babbage, you'll notice that on the side of the frozen ocean is the domes. So it's a bunch of domes that are set up. And those are the different habitats that are set up inside New Babbage. So those are going to be the Commons, they're going to be the Promenade, and it's going to be the Plaza. So those are the three different locations that you're going to have all your shops and destinations. So we're heading off and we're going to end up coming in at the Commons, which kind of acts like the central location between the other two. So we're going to ride this tram and then I will catch you when we get there. So here we are coming up on the Commons. One of the things you'll definitely notice as you ride the New Babbage transport system is it is very quick and efficient compared to the other ones. So that did not take very long at all. So we're coming up out of the metro into the Commons. Now, as I mentioned earlier, MicroTech's taken a perspective of a healthy, happy worker is a good worker. As we come through, you'll notice right away that we have a food stop of Elroy's. And to the right is Twins. And this whole center is just fitness. You've got a giant yoga space. You've got a healthy salad place over here, Garcia's Greens. You have a whole fitness section in the corner with various fitness tools. It is very much a give you everything you need to try to be happy and healthy. So the Commons is this giant area where you have 3 food locations, and it's got like a little sports area. So we're gonna actually from here, we're gonna head to the right, which is the Promenade. You see right away, there's a rock wall to go along with the fitness theme. But as you come around, you'll also see that there are surface entrances. So a huge part of New Babbage, unlike the other two, is New Babbage is very open to players. You can run around on the surface around the city with very little to get in your way. There's no giant walls in Lorville blocking you from exploring. And in Area 18, you don't have all these restrictions and no pathing to take. It's very open to run around. So you can get up in the elevator, go up top, and actually exit right into the city. If you keep going around, we're going to enter the Promenade. So the Promenade is going to be, for the most part, just kind of a club scene or a party scene. So as we come in, it is day, so it's going to be a lot more subdued versus at night where you're going to have laser shows and everything kind of going on. But we're going to enter right in the center to Wally's bar and club. So during the night, you'll have a laser show going on, music going, but during the day, it's very subdued. We come up to the right after we enter. You're going to notice that there's a pathing that goes around. So over here, we have like a little oasis dance floor that you can dance in. And if you come back around over to the right side, you're going to have actual access to Whammers, which is another food location. And there's a lot of food locations, if you've noticed, in New Babbage. And that's part of the aspect of this coming out with New Babbage, the whole food system. So we're going to actually circle back around this way. So this is where we entered at. And up here to the left from where you enter, you have the clothing shop inside New Babbage. So you've got Aprelli. So Aprelli is going to have a lot of your weather clothing. So New Babbage is located on MicroTech, which is a very cold environment. So you have a lot of these clothing that is directed towards that. They've got very warm wear, unlike other locations. So you've got various types of warm clothing. It's very business centric. So you have a bunch of business style clothing as well. It's a very particular aesthetic to a very particular type of person. So it's a lot of very business type and environmental type clothing. So if we continue around again, you've got Oza, which is a food location that's not currently available. We'll continue our circle around Wally's bar. We've got other locations which currently aren't in the game yet. We've got the Cove, just like the Oasis on the other side, which is a nice little dance floor that you can check out during the night scene. And here is the Oasis. So the big thing with the promenade is that you've got that clothing shop, you've got Whammers as another food location, and then you have Wally's bar. But the really cool thing is very shortly at Wally's bar, you're going to see a new mission giver, which is going to be Eddie Parr added into the game. So he's actually going to be a bartender here at Wally's bar. So after they go ahead and add Eddie Parr, you'll be able to locate him in the center of Wally's bar. So we're going to go ahead, head back out of the promenade, cross over the commons again, and we're going to go into the third dome, which is going to be the plaza, which, as you could probably guess, is the business side of things. We've had the fun side of things, the kind of entrance side of things. So the plaza is going to be the business end of things. For the most part, anything you do at New Babbage is going to be in the plaza. So we're going to cross back over and check out what businesses are available. So as you can tell, everything's very central figured. So they're all a central location with stuff surrounding it, which has to do with that easy access part. So as we jump in here, you'll notice we enter out, and in the middle you have the factory line, and from here everything is circled around. So as we enter, come to the center and come around, you have Omega Pro on the right side. So Omega Pro is going to be a shop for everything ship related and vehicle related. It's kind of like the upscale idea of Dumper's Depot. So very new, classy style selling for ship components. So if you want to upgrade your ship or do anything to your ship, Omega Pro is where you'll come to get the ship components to do it. Currently in game, all of the top tier components, as far as like the fastest quantum drives or the biggest, strongest shields, are all at Omega Pro. It's kind of the one place to go for everything ship related. That's probably going to change over time. And if you want to get very particular with your components about efficiencies and all that, it might not be here. But currently the stuff that a lot of players are running is all here at Omega. So it's kind of just the one-stop place to go. So if we continue around the circle from that starting point on the right, we're going to find Business Quadrant 2, which has FTL. So FTL is a courier. So it's going to be where you go for all your delivery stuff. want delivery missions, you're going to come drop off or pick up stuff, it's most likely from FTL. So FTL is going to be where you go. You also have just a little side section, and we'll continue the circle around. And here is TDD. So TDD, as you probably know from Area 18, is everything sales and commodity related. If you're buying or selling something, it's probably from TDD. So you're going to find that located in the plaza as well. That would be directly opposite of the entrance. So you just go straight through all the way to the other side. If we continue around again, you're going to notice a few places not available yet, which probably will have something in the future, but right next to it, you've got protection services. So most likely that'll be in the future when we have maybe some like NPC bounty type stuff going on through New Babbage. I wouldn't be surprised if protection services is how you deal with it. We'll continue around to what would be the left store as you entered, and it's Center Mass. Center Mass is here just like it is in Area 18. So everything ship weaponry related. So unlike components, if you're doing weapon upgrades, everything personal wise, so your personal weapons, personal attachments, all that kind of stuff is going to be here in Center Mass, just like it was in Area 18. That's going to be the left store from the center of that plaza. We'll circle back around, and that should take us back to the beginning. But right before we hit it, we have Shubin on the left. Shubin's another one of the stores that is located here, and actually currently locked off, but you do have access to the terminals. So the terminals are going to be everything mining related. Shubin is a huge mining company, so it's going to be your mining consumables, mining lasers. It's going to be some, it says weapon stuff, but it's actually your hand mining tools. So your orbit mining attachments, your pyro multi-tools. And then it's going to have some very simple gear here. Mainly it's just the Mac Flex series stuff, so that way you have the backpack to do more personal mining stuff. So Shubin Interstellar is going to have everything mining related. So right when you enter, it's going to be to the left. So we're back around to the exit. So you've got your Shubin on the left as soon as you enter, with Center Mass around to the main right or left side. To the right, you're going to have your FTL, and then you're going to have Omega, and then straight through to the other side is TDD. So we're going to go ahead back out of the plaza, and we're going to go check out the last location in MicroTech, which is going to our New Babbage at MicroTech, which is the New Babbage Interstellar Spaceport. So here we are approaching the New Babbage Interstellar Spaceport. A huge aspect to the New Babbage Spaceport is the fact that it is a separate structure from the city itself. In both the other cities currently in the game, the spaceport is almost a central figure inside the city. Whereas in New Babbage, it's actually a huge cliffside structure outside the city that you ride out to. So we're going to go ahead and head up into the spaceport. So unlike the others, this one you actually call an elevator in from the tram system to go up into the spaceport. All right, so now we're coming up on the spaceport itself. So we're going to walk out, and one of the first things you'll notice is it's got this really cool tunnel that's going to funnel you right up to a gorgeous, gorgeous view. So we're going to go through the customs area and security, come up the tunnel, and you just get hit with this giant view of New Babbage. And as you look out, you can see the tram line coming out to the spaceport, and you can catch the Aspire Grand off in the distance that the apartments are at. As we circle back around, very easily located to your right is going to be all of the hangar access with vehicle retrieval to get you down to the different hangars. Off to the left, you have the Regal ship rental service, just like in the other cities. So that way you can access various ships for rental. And on top of that, we head back. We actually have the commercial flights that will eventually be added in and accessible. Currently, though, no commercial flights available. You do have the surface entrance back here. So one of the great parts of New Babbage is actually the fact that you can spawn your ship and directly down. You just come out, go directly down in front of the space station, and you have the access to the garage right out underneath where the tram comes in. So it's the easiest place to actually spawn a ship, fly down, and then get access to your vehicles and load them up in the ship. You have to be careful about weather though, because it can get very snowy, and you can have snowstorms happen out front, which can make it a little tricky to see. But it's the simplest place to spawn a ship, drop straight down into the garages. So we'll go ahead and drop down into the garages, and I'll give you a look at what the garages look like in New Babbage. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to claim my buggy and just spawn it right away and retrieve it. So we'll go ahead, drop in the elevator, head down, and we are going to garage 10. We're going to call the elevator. We want garage 10. And you'll notice stuff is so quick and efficient in New Babbage. So we're going to go straight down to garage 10. It doesn't take much time at all. You can see that we're flying, and all you're doing is heading straight down to the ground level. So we'll grab our gray cat. Just for added protection, we'll throw our helmet back on. It is going to be freezing, so we're not going to hang out too long out there. Let's go ahead and have them open up the door. And the cool part is all the garages are actually encircled around each other. So we come down here, you'll notice that it's a giant ramp that goes straight outside. You've got all these little tunnels, and all the garages just line up in a U shape. So you can just go the whole way around. All the garages are accessible. And they all just ramp out straight out of the building. So it's a really nice location because, as I mentioned, you can spawn a ship, bring it down, and land it right outside the garage here, and just take your vehicle straight in. So you see this comes in under the trams. You just spawn your ship, fly it down here, land it, and you can just go straight into it. It's easily accessible, unlike a lot of the other ones like Lorville, where you have to go all the way out to a perimeter, spawn the vehicle, or you have to go fly all the way out to the perimeter, land, run up on foot, spawn the vehicle, drive it all the way back out. This one, very simple. You can just land right outside the garages, run up in here, spawn a vehicle, and then just drive it right out, and you're all set to go. So down here, you'll notice there's actually a little room right there. So you'll land your vehicle. Let's get out. So you'll land your vehicle right out here, and in between the two big doors, you'll actually have your entrances. Here you come in and then spawn your vehicle, and then just walk out using the elevators to go to your garage. So it's really simple. Like I said, hands down, probably the best city so far to spawn a ship in and then put a vehicle in the ship. So I hope that walk around New Babbage gave you an idea of what's available at New Babbage and gave you just kind of a look at the city in general. If that helped you, go ahead and please hit that subscribe and like button. If you want to keep the discussion going, go ahead and drop into the comments below or the Discord, or catch me on my Twitch streams at 12:30 a.m. Eastern, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Till next time, fly around, and I'll see you in the verse. Oh,